This is $10,000, and I made it on YouTube. If you want to learn how to make this kind of money on YouTube, then be sure to stick around for this entire video because I'm going to tell you exactly how I did it. YouTube Simplified. So I'm sure all of us could benefit from an extra 10 grand to basically spend however we want. I'm sure it could pretty much come in handy for a number of different reasons. And if you're like a lot of people, when you start out on YouTube, you're starting part-time. You're not quitting your job and jumping in because you're chasing your dream. You're trying to learn how to make videos. You start uploading a couple videos, and maybe at some point you realize that, hey, there's something to this. Maybe I can build a business around this. Maybe I can make a little bit of money. And the truth is, you can absolutely make some money. In fact, in less than 3 years, while working a full-time career, I was able to earn $25,000 last year working part-time on YouTube. Now, I know the people out there that are making 6 figures and $500,000 and all kinds of money doing the full-time thing, but I think 25 grand part-time, a few hours a week is not so bad. So in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly how I did it and how you can do it too. Look, first I want to say, when you first start out on YouTube, it can feel a little frustrating if you don't know what you're doing. It's really important that you understand the basics of how YouTube functions and what it is you should be focused on to make sure you achieve the goals that you're trying to reach. And one of the things I see over and over are the people who kind of churn, they spin their wheels, they don't really understand what they should be focused on, when they should be focused, how much time they should spend, how many videos a week they should be making. All of these things can kind of press on us and frustrate us and discourage us from moving forward and finding the way to make this kind of money. So one of the things I've done to help all of those people who started after me is take the knowledge that I've learned over the last few years and put that into a free course. The free course is called Jumpstart. You can click on the link in the description after you watch this video or head there later, and it's a free course that gives you the basics of what you should be understanding about the platform so you can start your YouTube channel on the right foot. Mindset on YouTube is really important. I want you to know that you can make this kind of money on YouTube. It's not about being somebody who brings in a bunch of special skills. It's just about approaching YouTube with the proper mindset so you can put the pieces in place that start to generate income. Once you learn how all of that works, you can start to gradually increase that income, and it really doesn't take that much time to start seeing some significant returns from YouTube. All right, so on this channel, the first calendar year, I started the channel in June, so that was about 6 months. I think I made about $400. Not money to sneeze at, but not the kind of money that we're talking about in this video. The following year, I was able to make over $10,000 doing all the things that I'm going to share with you in this video. And then the year after that, I made over $25,000 doing YouTube. Not a bad way to bring in some extra money when you're doing this part-time in addition to everything else that you have going on in your life. All right, so the secret to YouTube, the magic bullet, if you will, really isn't some magical power that only a select few have, that they gain from finding some ring or a special sword that they pull out of a stone. None of that is true. It all comes down to following a approach, a process that's going to help you put all the pieces in place to get the ball rolling and start bringing in the revenue. And hey, I really want you to consider, if you're about to build something that's going to bring in revenue and replace that job that you may not enjoy, make sure you're enjoying yourself. Make sure that you're doing it on a topic that you appreciate, and try to keep your YouTube channel focused on that topic. That is one of the keys to being able to bring in significant money, is focusing in on a particular topic or niche that allows you to bring in an audience of like-minded people. Because ultimately what we're trying to do is deliver value to those people. And when you have a group of people who all appreciate the same thing, it becomes really clear to you what type of value you need to deliver. And as you bring in all those like-minded people, it's important to develop that community, interact with them, allow them to interact with each other, and that will provide you with a community that is going to help grow your channel, because they're going to be active, they're going to be interacting with your videos, videos, leaving comments, engaging, and doing all the things you want them to do to send positive signals to YouTube. Now we're talking about bringing in a community and all that stuff, but we really haven't talked about making videos. How the heck do you make videos that people want to watch? Well, there's a couple things that I want to share with you that you can focus on to gradually improve your quality over time. Most of us don't come in as a video expert or with any special video skills. Maybe you've handled a camcorder before. Maybe you've taken pictures or videos with your phone. Well, the good news is you already have all the equipment you need to get this ball rolling. So my next tip is don't worry about going out and trying to find fancy equipment because you think that's what YouTubers do. The reality is that phone that you have is your golden ticket to get the ball rolling here on YouTube. So what you're going to do is start making videos using just the phone you already have. And a few quick tips on that. You want to start making videos. You don't want them to look like crap. So you definitely don't want to take your phone like this and just be spinning around and talking to it, going in shadows and out of shadows and all of that mess. What you want to do is try to have a stable camera to do videos with. And there's a number of different ways that you can do that, but that's going to help people watch your content, stay with your content longer, and help you get more views and keep people watching to build up that watch time, which is another signal that YouTube looks for. So we have our camera, and yeah, we could do this and we can hold it and we can talk to the camera, but you don't even realize how much you're shaking this camera just by holding it. So what I would recommend is that you try to pin this camera down, set it up against something, maybe go out and buy a cheap tripod. But if you don't have a tripod, you certainly don't need one. You can literally take it and set it up against a book, anything just to keep it out of your hands. And then you can set it up, frame yourself in it. You can use the front-facing camera. Nowadays, most of these cameras, even the front-facing ones, have really nice quality. And if they don't, you can compensate that by introducing better lighting. So the best way to do this, if you don't have lights, is to use natural light. So set up your phone up against a book or, whatever, on the counter, up against a lamp, but put it in front of a window with natural light behind it. That's going to give you enough light on your face to make a nice, clear video. And even if the camera happens to be slightly less quality, that bright light is going to help you put out a quality image. All right, so you have a basic understanding of how to film your videos, and you know that you need some good lighting. So now what? What else do we need to worry about? From this point, there is no better advice than to just start making videos. Do not chase perfection, because perfection is the enemy of good, and all you want to do is get into the process of continually making videos. And you do that by making the video, uploading it, and moving on. But before you move on, you want to watch that video, pick out some things that you could do better on, maybe the way you delivered the information, maybe you sounded a little robotic, or maybe you were reading a script, all those things that you can improve upon. Pick one of them out between each video and work on it for the next video. Once you have that thing nailed, maybe it takes you a couple videos to do it. That's fine. You have plenty of time to do this. Then move on to something else. Maybe the light could have been a little bit better. Maybe your sound quality wasn't quite where you wanted it to, and you want to maybe work on moving the camera or being closer to the phone when you're recording your videos. All these things you want to work through one at a time. And that is how a lot of these YouTubers got to where they were and start making thousands of dollars just by committing to being consistent in making those videos like we talked about. You got to start or else nothing happens, and then improving over time. You put those two things together and you're going to learn the skills needed to make higher and higher quality videos, and that is going to lead you towards being able to make money here on YouTube. All right, so how did I make this money? Was it all from ads on YouTube? Not exactly. I'm going to talk about that next. All right, so there's a lot of people who rely on ad revenue on YouTube. Basically, the way ad revenue works is you get a lot of people to view your videos. YouTube is going to allow you to become part of the YouTube Partner Program, which is something that they allow you to apply to once you have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. If you get approved to be part of the YouTube Partner Program, they'll start placing ads on your videos, and you'll start getting a percentage of the money that the companies are paying YouTube to put those ads on your videos. over time, that starts to accumulate and you start to see a decent amount of money coming in from those ads. Now, it has to be linked to an AdSense account. Once you get to $100, which is the minimum threshold for a payout, then you can actually get a check or have it directly deposited to your checking account, and then you've started making money on YouTube. But unfortunately, some people see that money roll in and that's where they get it twisted. And they just sit back and go, hey, I'm making money now. Let's do this. But unfortunately, that money can change. All kinds of things can impact the amount of advertising and the way advertising is used on YouTube. So it's really important that you just don't stop at ad revenue. Something that you really want to focus on is diversifying revenue streams. You want to start to explore the different ways that you can make money now that you have an audience that's interested in what you have to say. Depending on the type of content that you're covering, that can happen in a number of different ways. If you're doing educational content, there are people out there who prefer to get all the information from A to Z in a course format. You can absolutely go out and create a paid course that gives them that information all in one package that they can go out, pay a price, get it, and work through on their own at their own pace. Maybe you're doing an entertainment channel and you want to get into merch. Merchandise is something that can be lucrative if you have a really strong core audience that appreciates what you do and they want to be part of the entertainment that you're providing. And one of the ways that you can do that and create that relationship with them is give them the ability to buy merchandise, apparel with your logo or your face or catchy phrases and sayings that happen on your channel. All of those things are a potential revenue stream for you if that's the type of channel that you're running. Another great way to make money is affiliate links. Depending on what your topic is, you need to consider all of the different products that may be associated with your videos. If you're doing cooking videos, maybe there's certain ingredients or stores that you buy stuff from. All of those things can come into play to allow you to set up affiliate links. Affiliate links are basically just you giving people the option to buy stuff through a store or company like Amazon. And when somebody clicks one of your links to buy something through Amazon, for example, then you're going to get a percentage of that. It's a really easy thing to do, especially if you're doing a video and you happen to mention or use a product in that video. You can then go to Amazon, sign up for the Amazon Associate account, and get affiliate links to share, where on your videos you can say, hey, if you want to use this toaster that I used in this video, you can grab it on Amazon. There's a link in the description below. Another way that you're able to make money is if you're teaching something to somebody. If you provide value in the way of showing people how something works, something that they might be interested in. That didn't work at all. So another way you might be able to make money is if you are making content that tells people how to do something. If you're doing how-to videos, for example, you're showing people how something works, or how they can build something or make something or fix something, then you have an opportunity to offer consulting services. And that basically means if they want to hire you to help them do that thing because maybe they don't have time or they don't quite understand it, that is another powerful way for you to start to build revenue based on what you know that your audience does not. So if you start to develop these revenue streams, you start to put this all together and you're consistent in the process. You can't just upload a video and disappear for a month. You want to get on a regular schedule to start uploading videos on YouTube so people become aware of your channel, so you become known to them as an authority in this particular topic, and they will continue to come back to watch more and more of your content. And it really is a snowball effect. You just keep adding a little bit in the way of a new video on a regular basis, that will start to pick up steam. You will start to get traction, and your audience and the associated revenue with your channel will continue to grow. Now, it's not an overnight thing. This is going to take some effort. I'm sorry to disappoint you if you were hoping you could just press the easy button and make $10,000, but anything worth something in life is worth working for. And I think this is such when you really think about it, an easy way to make money. There's no manual labor involved. It just involves you talking to your phone on a regular basis, and that ain't bad. So if you want to make thousands of dollars on YouTube, then I highly recommend that you subscribe to this channel, click the bell notification so you're alerted to future videos that'll help you simplify YouTube and allow you to learn additional tips, tricks, and strategies that are going to help you develop the skills necessary to grow on YouTube and start bringing in the money. And hey, don't stop the learning here. I'm going to put a link up here to a video that actually breaks down the money that I made on YouTube and how I actually pulled in each different revenue stream with specific dollar amounts. So be sure to check that out, and I'll see you in the next video.